on a journey. Sit back, buckle up, enjoy the ride with Crystal Petrie Consulting. So inspired.
Hello, my name is Crystal Petrie, and you are watching the Crystal Petrie Consulting Network. It is February, the end of February, and all month, America has highlighted the successes of African Americans in the history of America. And I wanted to do the same. So for my final video about African American history, I want to highlight James Carlos. Now, before the education begins, please go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you will be made aware whenever I post any videos that are educational, engaging, and entertaining. And if you are interested or your organization is interested in having a workshop or a presentation done about African American history, you can contact me via my website. I will post a link in the description box below. So John Carlos, have you ever heard of John Carlos? Probably not. Most people haven't, but most people have seen his picture. This iconic picture is John Carlos in third place on the podium and Tommie Smith in first place on the podium, both raising their fists during the playing of the U.S. national anthem. This moment is described by many people as the sports moment that changed the world. This moment happened during the 1968 Olympics. John Carlos, thankfully, is still alive today. He was born in 1945 in Harlem, New York. John Carlos was a two-star athlete, track and football. In 1968, the Summer Olympics was held in Mexico City, Mexico. John had just won the bronze medal for the 200-meter dash when he displayed the Black Power salute on the podium. John says this salute was also a human rights salute. As Carlos and Tommie Smith left the podium, they were booed by the entire crowd. But it was at this exact moment that the civil rights movement received the much needed jolt of energy to continue their fight for equal rights for everyone. Carlos said one of the reasons he rose his fist that day was to show that he and Tommie Smith were Black and proud of it. This demonstration is regarded as one of the most overtly political statements in the history of the Olympics. Heavy is the crown. Before Carlos attended the Summer Olympics, he actually boycotted them, but his boycott was a failure. So Carlos decided to participate in the 1968 Olympics, and he said that if he won a medal, he would stage a protest. And the Black Power salute was his protest. The then International Olympic Committee president deemed this protest to be a domestic political statement unfit for the Olympic Games and had John Carlos and Tommie Smith banned from the Olympic Games and kicked out. The Olympic president said, and I quote, "I have no problem with the Nazi salute. This is what the then Olympic president said. Because that salute is a national salute. But what John Carlos and Tommy Smith did was of no nation and therefore unacceptable. End quote. When Carlos came home from the Olympics, he was banned, he was ostracized, and his life was threatened many times. He lost so many friends, he even lost his marriage. His wife and children were constantly threatened and harassed because of what John Carlos did at the Olympics. And therefore, his marriage ended in divorce. He couldn't get a job anywhere. He couldn't make money anywhere. It was hard for him to survive and make ends meet. But despite everything that John Carlos went through, he says, and get this, he says he would do it all over again because he was standing for something. He was standing for me. He was standing for you. He was standing for humanity. John Carlos laid the foundation for every single athlete, African American, Hispanic, Caucasian, Asian, any kind, male or female, to stage a peaceful protest and to stand or kneel for equality for all. In 2005, San Jose State University honored their former students and alumni, John Carlos and Tommy Smith, with a 22-foot statue of their protest titled Victory Salute. The empty space is for visitors to stand and maybe feel a little bit of the pride, a little bit of the strength, a little bit of the boldness that John Carlos and Tommy Smith felt that day in 1968 during the Summer Olympics. So from me to you, John Carlos, I say thank you very much for being courageous, for wanting to do something, anything, to fight for equality, for setting a standard of excellence and not taking anything less. I say thank you, John Carlos. Your story and your spirit will continue through me and millions of others as we all educate each other about you and your story. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. This is my final video highlighting just a few African Americans whom I love and honor, who I have studied, and who I have read. And even though my videos stop today and the end of February is very near, the celebration of African Americans and what they have done for this country and in this country should never stop. Join the conversation in the comments below. Let me know, what do you think about John Carlos and the Summer Olympics of 1968? And don't forget, give me a thumbs up on this video.
So inspired.